Okay, good morning. Today we're going to be covering one of the poems from Edgar Allan Poe. It's called The Haunted Palace. This poem is a poem that we're going to find it in the short story The Fall of the House of Usher. So this is a poem that Poe used at the moment that he wrote The Fall of the House of Usher. So it's going to be used inside, you're going to find it inside that story, okay?
It's a story that he wrote when he was
A
writing.
poem.
It's a poem. Correct. Marina, you good?
Okay. The Haunted Palace. In the greenest of our valleys, by good angels tenanted.
Okay, 10 is inhabited.
One,
So we have a great valley, a great green valley that is inhabited by angels. This poem is going to be divided in two, part 1 and part 2. So right now we're in part 1 of the poem.
once a fair and stately palace, radiant palace, reared its head.
Okay, stop there. Stately will mean impressive. Impressive. And rear will be lifting up. In this case, rear will be in lifting up. That palace is a huge and tall palace. So we have also at the beginning of that line the word once. What does that word once mean? Once a fair, it used to be. It's something that passed. It's something that already happened. Okay? Once is something from the past. So we have, at one point we had an impressive palace, radiant palace, and a large and tall palace.
In the monarch Thought's dominion, it stood there.
Okay, Thought's dominion, it's like controlling or ruling by reason or common sense.
Never seraph spread a opinion over fabric half so fair.
Okay, seraph will be angel. Pinion would be wing.
Wind?
Wing. Wing. And fabric will be building. Seraph, angel. Pinion, wing. And fabric, building. Never seraph spread opinion over fabric half so fair. No angels from the ones that were inside this palace wanted to leave. They never flew out of the palace. That means everything is great in that palace, therefore they don't want to leave this palace.
That is perfect.
Everything is perfect. So this part number 1, everything is peaches and cream, everything is good inside this palace.
Banners yellow, glorious golden, on its roof did float and flow. All this, was in the olden time long ago.
So you have beautiful banners, glorious and golden, on top of the what? Of the palace. And this is something, once again, that happened long time ago. But
And every gentle air that dialed in that sweet day, along with ramparts plumed and pallid, a winged odor went away.
okay. Every gentle air that dallied. Dallied will be like moving slowly. Dallied will be moving slowly. Ramparts are walls. and plum are wide or spread. Very important that you write it down next to the word, because then when you read it again and you have the meanings of those words, you're going to understand it. It's easier and it's better to be understand.
Wandered in that happy valley through 2 luminous windows, saw spirits moving musically.
Okay, what do you think they're referring with 2 luminous windows? There was wanderers that came across and they look through 2 luminous windows. What do you think is that? Don't look at it literal.
They
2
saw-
eyes.
2 eyes, very good. 2 luminous windows are representing 2 eyes. So the wanderer, who is a person that travels without direction or purpose, that wanderer is going to go by and they're going to watch those spirits move in the tune of the music. So a happy palace right now.
To a lute well-tuned law, round about the throne where sitting Porphyry.
Okay, a lute is a type of a guitar. It's a certain type of guitar. And what is the name of our king? That strange name that you see there, that will be the description, the name of the king.
¿Y qué es la cosa esa del instrument?
It's an instrument that looks like a guitar.
What?
So this angels are dancing as the music of the guitar goes.
But what was the instrument? The lute?
The lute.
And to say his glory well befitting, the ruler of the realm was seen.
So finally we get to see, they get to see the ruler. So they're dancing around who? Around the king, around the ruler. Go ahead.
And all with pearl and ruby glowing was
Pearl are teeth, and ruby are lips.
the fair palace door.
Okay, if the pearl are teeth and the ruby are lips, then what do you think is the palace door representing here?
The mouth.
The mouth. Very good. The mouth. So that means that they're all what? If they're talking to you about teeth, lips, and mouth, and everything is great, what are they doing? If they're showing you teeth, lips, mouth.
The face. The
Okay, but they're saying that they're happy and everything is good. Therefore, what are they doing? What? Smiling. They're smiling out of happiness.
through which came flowing, and sparkling evermore.
It was a laughter, a smile that went over and over. Okay?
A troop of echoes whose sweet duty was but to sing.
So they were also singing besides laughing. Go ahead.
In voices of surpassing beauty, the wit and wisdom of their king.
So they're what? They're all happy and they're singing about how great this king is. Now, bless you. We're going to go to the second page and now we're going to go to the second part of our poem. Second part of our poem. Go ahead.
But evil things in robes of sorrow, assail the monarch highest estate.
Assail will be attack. Attack. So apparently evil things came to the palace and attacked the palace.
Ah, let us mourn, for every morrow shall dawn upon him, desolate.
Okay. Tomorrow will be morning. Tomorrow is morning. What do you think is desolate here in this part? Desolated. Who is desolated in this part of the poem? we're talking about someone,
The king.
the king. So who's the one desolate?
The king.
The king. So we have a king that is desolate. And if they're talking about moral, about mourning, that means it's a king that is desolate because he will not see another morning, another sunrise. Desolate. Go ahead.
Espérame, so the king was sad porque he was not gonna see another morning.
Exactly.
¿Por qué?
You'll know why. Remember.
And round about his home the glory that blushed and bloomed is but a dim remembered story.
Okay. And round about his home the glory that blushed and bloomed. So that means that he had a great palace, but that palace is not going to bloom again. And tomb is when a corpse is inside the grave. A tomb. And tomb. Dead body and grave.
And travelers now within the valley through the red lidded windows see vast forms that move fantastically to a discordant melody.
You had, at the beginning, you had the wonders and they saw the spirits moving happily around the palace. Now it's the opposite. Now you're seeing ghosts moving around the palace. You had good angels at the beginning and now you have what? Ghosts in the second part. So it's like, have you watched the movie Harry Potter?
Yes.
Those Dementors? When you read that part, you can imagine that as being haunting the house. Go ahead.
While the ghastly rapid river through the pale door, a hideous throng rushed out forever, and laughed but smiled no more.
Okay. Difference here between laugh and smile. The laugh here is of good or evil.
Evil.
And the smile, good or evil.
Evil.
Right now he's contrasting. But smile no more. Now they're laughing of evil, and they're not smiling anymore. They're not happy anymore. Now let's go and take this poem to the fall of the House of Usher. Why do you think Edgar Allan Poe used this poem in the fall of the House of Usher? What similarities it has with the story?
The house haunted.
What happened with the house?
It fell.
It fell. It was a house that it was haunted. Paula, what do you have? How he was happy. How Roderick Usher was happy once, and what happened as time and the family and the relatives of the Ushers continued to die. He felt sad. So it was a guy that was surrounded with good people, a good spirit, everything was happy, and now you saw this house gloomy, dark.
Evil about his man,
His sickness, how he was mentally ill at once, and how his mind continued to what? Get worse and worse and get completely ill. So basically that's the reason why Edgar included this poem here, so you can do a contrast between the House of Usher and the palace in this poem. Okay? Very important. Also, in some point they both what at the end? They fell at the end. The House of Usher fell, literally the house and the family and the palace. Well, it did not literally fall, but the happiness there went away. It just disappears. So basically that's it for our poem, The Haunted Palace. Thank you.